Hello to all my fellow fashion lovers. I hope you are doing well. Today we are breaking down a moment frozen in time from this Paris Fashion Week, the Franck Sorbier Spring-Summer 2025 Haute Couture show. Together we plunge into a unique ritual, one where couture refuses to just parade and instead chooses to expose the fractures of our world. Sorbier pulls off a striking visual shockwave. He teleports the brutality of barbarian invasions and the Roman Empire right into the heart of our modern era, delivering a raw, almost disarming sense of poetry. The show space feels heavy, charged with a near-mystic solemnity. The lighting, low and highly theatrical at first, cuts through the silhouettes like apparitions emerging from the mists of time. You immediately feel a dramatic, almost oppressive tension in the air, a cathedral-like silence waiting for a clash of civilizations. Personally, this atmosphere gripped me right away. A certain gravity takes over, far removed from the usual Fashion Week glitz, forcing a nearly religious focus from the audience. The couturier uses Roman and barbarian history as a lens to examine our own modern conflicts. The goal here isn't to blindly recreate the past, but to build a visual bridge between the perceived savagery of the oppressed and the rigidity of the empire. It's a deeply organic exploration of human duality, where visual violence slowly transforms into an absolute quest for serenity. I have a profound love for this ambitious approach that dares to connect fashion with sociology and history, completely free of pretense or heavy jargon. The models move forward with a conquering gravity, a martial stride that commands respect. The bodies aren't trying to seduce, they assert themselves with raw power. The element that instantly redefines their posture is that stately silhouette, emphasized by monumental collars and towering structures that force the head high, giving a sacred authority to every single look. Visually, the impact is instant and almost intimidating. You can feel that the silhouette is designed to act as a shield against the world. We see a fascinating hybrid construction in the opening pieces. The upper body is encased in rigid bodices, true textile armor. Beneath this cuirass, the garment breaks free. The structure conceals a complex layout of moving panels that part and shift with the rhythm of the walk. This is the house's signature secret, a compression technique that Franck Sorbier developed himself. It fuses layers of velvet, taffeta, and pleats under dense stitching to transform the fabric into a solid, almost mineral-like material. It's a phenomenal technical feat that always blows me away with his work, successfully bringing rigidity to fabrics that are inherently noble and fluid. The palette opens with deep blacks and metallic flashes before shifting into bronze tones and rich jacquards textured with metallic threads or gold leaf. The clothing feels like it has already lived several lives, weathered by time and battle. The organic textures evoke raw-cut animal skins, while the shimmering glints bring a distinct 1970s opulence, injecting a surprisingly youthful, nightlife energy into this Legionnaire aesthetic. This color shift is captivating. It provides a much-needed visual breath of fresh air. Zooming in on the short silhouettes, we find unexpectedly delicate finishes, fabric feathers meticulously crafted by hand, softening the geometric lines of the rough collars. These details break through the coldness of the armor, reminding us that behind the warrior lies the vulnerability and intimacy of true artistic craftsmanship. The show is structured like a genuine two-act tragedy. The tension builds with these short, sharp cocktail looks, boasting an almost defiant modernity that the couturier himself calls junior pieces, before shifting radically during the finale. The climax hits when the melodic voice of opera singer Catherine Trautmann rises live, performing the Pai Jesu from Gabriel Faurè's Requiem. That is when the most unforgettable sequence appears, a series of powdery, completely ethereal muslin gowns, wispy and gathered at the top, true clouds of textile that embody peace and instantly wipe away the harshness of the armor, with some of the models holding olive branches in their hands. The emotion completely overwhelmed me at that moment. The harmony between sacred music and the weightlessness of the fabrics creates a contrast of disarming beauty. So of course the question arises, does this radical theatricality, which sometimes leans close to stage costume with its literal historical references, actually have a place in today's wardrobe? That is my main critique. While the short looks in gold jacquard can easily be envisioned for an evening out, the compressed armor and oversized collars demand a stylistic boldness that completely rejects everyday comfort in favor of pure art. It occasionally borders on opera costume, which can detach the collection from the reality of a wearable wardrobe, but with Sorbier, you accept that choice because the clothing becomes a message. In fact, the couturier closes the show making a clear stand against war, displaying the peace symbol on the back of his own jacket. This Spring-Summer 2025 collection feels like it marks a major anchor point in the brand's history, a powerful political and poetic manifesto, and proof of true creative maturity. More than just a clothing line, it is a humanist plea engraved into the material. Franck Sorbier proves he hasn't lost an ounce of his ability to evoke pure, visceral emotion, leaving us with a message of hope where tomorrow is forged by reconciling our contrasts. I would love to know what you think of this brutal contrast. Do you think introducing these ultra-luxurious 70s-style short silhouettes in the middle of Roman centurion imagery works? Or does it break the dark theatrical poetry of the opening? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for sharing this analytical breakdown with me. To keep sharpening your own fashion eye, remember not to just look at the overall silhouette, but to look for the breaking point in every garment, the exact spot where the creator chose to let two different worlds collide. I hope you enjoy watching the rest of the show. I'll see you very soon for our next breakdown.